Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm so excited. If you've been following along, we've been having some insane world coin grab bag searches. These are half pound of world coins all over, tons of different countries, and we're trying to get new ones for our collection. We're looking for silver coins, valuable ones, rare ones, and we've been getting a lot that are pretty old, so I'm hoping to continue that trend today. I'll pour these out, and we'll just start with whatever the first coin is. And here are the coins poured out, so I'll just start with this one. It's a big coin, but it feels really light, and it's a French 5 franc coin from 1947. It's a pretty coin, but again, these are not super valuable. Continuing the aluminum European coin trend following following World War II is an Italian coin. This one is going to be 10 lire. And that one was also something that would get inflated pretty quickly after those coins were minted. Here's a Mexican Estados Unidos 50 centavos, 1956. So that's 50 centavos. Yet again, this one would fall victim to some rapid inflation. Here's 1 franc 1945 right after, or maybe during World War II, but you can tell that slogan there, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, that was adopted as part of the French. It was not a puppet state. Their slogan was different, and that appeared on the coins that they were minting, so that's how you can tell. Here we've got a 1966 Spanish Peseta coin, and you can always zoom in on that star to see what the date is. But here, oh, there it is, 1968. I'm having trouble telling if that's the real date. Actually, yeah, so 1966, that works, because after... this one is going to be maybe a Taiwanese, is my best guess, coin, but it also just could be a Chinese one. It's aluminum. This one was kind of peeking out, looking silver, so I want to check it out. 1906, 10 centavos, and that's a really cool coin. It's going to be Mexican. You can see the design right there. Neat, though, how here it's much larger of a coin. This one is worth a little bit more, but as the years go on, they shift away from the silver, which is more expensive to get their hands on. 10 cents from Jamaica here, 1983. Sometimes these confuse me with some of the new pence, but I think that the designs are probably pretty similar. And then this one looks super old. No way. 1761 Kreuzer. Krutz, or maybe it is Kreuzer. No, it looks like Krutzer. So I don't know if that is Austrian or from some sort of state. This one, let's see what that says. Harry's DG. So I really don't have much of. Here's I don't know. It says maybe it's Austria, something like that. But this is a really old coin. So much history. I wonder who has touched this coin, because it's definitely seen a lot of use. And sometimes the coins that are minted with dates that old are actually a little newer, but that's theoretically from before the Revolutionary War. This one is 1917 10 Pfennig, the German Reich, so during World War I, and it looks like it. After that, we're going to get more European 1959 sixpence from Great Britain, and then we'll take a trip down to South America. Un Sucre from Ecuador, 1970. This one's clad. It kind of has some proof-ish surfaces, but it's not a super expensive coin. This one here is a 20 cents coin from, I was going to say Australia. Good thing I didn't pull the trigger too early in saying that. It's from New Zealand. And they have very similar looking coinage, but if you compare them side by side, you can generally tell the difference. And I don't know which one's worth more. I think New Zealand might be slightly weaker, their dollar, compared to the Australian dollar. Here's one of something from 1992, and I have zero idea what it could be. My guess is, now looking at it, something from the eastern part of Europe, but I don't exactly know. I would have said Russia, but that doesn't look like a ruble. This one is 2 pence here, from 2 new pence from 1971, so after they switched away from the pound sterling and went over to the decimal. Here's some Israeli coinage, 10, and I don't know the Israeli coinage very well. The next coin after that is going to be this one, and I think that it's Taiwan. Again, I'm not super knowledgeable, always discerning which countries are which coins, but that wouldn't surprise me. This one's old, though, 1912 here, a Swiss one, Helvetica, 5 wrap-in. And one thing that I really think is neat is because they didn't use precious metals, you can really they have the same design on their coins right now that they did 120 years ago. So you could still get that in your pocket change, and it wouldn't be like people had pulled it out because it was valuable metals-wise. Here's a government of Pakistan coin. One pi, I guess, 1956. It's really uncirculated, but I can't tell if that's damage or some sort of toning, and I think that's damage, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, though, it's a really pretty looking coin with the luster hitting it as it does, and the writing actually looks pretty in the background of the copper. Here is a 1962 5 centavos coin. This one's also from Mexico in a different metal, so we've seen silver, some sort of maybe aluminum, bronze, and copper. This one's going to be Irani. That's the insignia that you can tell if a coin is from Iran with. This one's a Trinidad and Tobago 1 cent coin, 1971, so we're getting a lot of small coins that I'm picking up here in a row. I'll switch that up by getting this one, which is a lot larger. Something's gone wrong with it, but it's Great British and 1907 1 penny. I always think that these are neat, but they can kind of become ubiquitous in terms of finding tons and tons of these large copper coins that are old but not super special in the world coin lots. But, can't be a beggar, or beggars can't be choosers, I think is the right way to put it. I'm happy to get anything that old. Here's one, I think Zhao from China. And then we're going to get something from Mexico. These are always neat because they're 7-sided, 10 pesos from 1961, it looks like. After that, over here, 1947, we've got a 1 krone coin, 1 kroner. And this one's from Denmark. Christian the 10th. Sweet. So that's my name. So that's always cool. I know that there's a king of Denmark. I've never seen him actively on a coin, though, so maybe I'll pull that aside just because I share. It's got my name on it, so that's pretty cool. Can't lie. This one is 10 more 1951 lire from Italy, also aluminum like it was before. Here's 5, maybe, looks like maybe Groschen, 1968, which would be Austria. It's so corroded. Shame. We really can't see much of that coin. Here's a 2 drachma coin, 1982 from Greece. So I think that these are neat. I think that it would be fun. They show a lot of historic Greek figures on their coins. If we would kind of switch it up a little more regularly with the U.S. coins, that we could get a variety of American figures on our coins, modern and old. 1964, 1 franc here from France. That's a solid coin. This one, Spain, 5 pesetas from 1969, it looks like. Or maybe that's 1960, judging by that star again. Here's a 5 cent coin. I don't know if this was our first find from Africa. I can't exactly remember, but we've got that continent on the board now for today. Jomo Kenyatta is the first president of Kenya. He makes it on the coin, so really, really like that. This one, I kind of want to save that for later because it looks really old, but this one is one that I'd really appreciate your help with. I never really know about these coins. They're probably not worth a ton, but the Chinese coins I'm hopeless with in terms of when there's no writing whatsoever. This one's a little bit better. Sweet. So this is French Indochina, actually, 1926. And that's a pretty coin. 1 cent right there from the French Republic. So, wow, that's a really nice. I'd love to get one of these in uncirculated condition. It's also quite a thin coin, which is interesting. It's a little, I'd say, for its thinness, it's a relatively wide in diameter coin. But that's definitely a highlight. That's a design I'd never seen before. This one is, and you do get to see a fair amount of similar coins. That's why it's always exciting when something like this, one piece, 1954, from the government of India comes along, because it's something that I'm just not super used to seeing. Like these 10 lire, another one came up, are very, very common presences in these hunts. This one is a 50 cent coin, 1960 from Hong Kong, so some Asian coinage. Again, the lettering in that style definitely helps me out a lot. Netherlands Antilles, 1983. That's actually, I normally see these in the 40s, some silver, 25 cents. I normally see these coins when they're appearing from a little bit of an older time frame, so neat to see that they're still continuing to produce coinage. This one, I always see these, and I always forget to check exactly what type of coin it is, but I want to say either Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, something along those lines. Here's a Canadian cent, 1952. And then after that, I think I'm finally going to get to this one. So this one looks, I want to say that this is 20 of something, because here's, I think that that's a 2, and then if there's like 2 bumps, that's a 3. Here's a 5. So yeah, no, I think that's 25, because a dot is for the, a dot is a 0. This larger thing is a 5. So 25 of something. And this, I've seen similar coins that are Egyptian, so I don't exactly know. Here's maybe like a big library. I was watching a movie about the Library of Alexandria the other day, but a really neat coin, and the way that it looks kind of gives off the appearance of being silver, so I think that it is. And then yeah, that's saying 19, I don't know, maybe 1970, or I don't think that's 1970. Maybe it's, or maybe it is. 1970 would be a little new to get a silver coin, though, so we'll hope that that's silver, and move on. This one more probably Taiwanese. Here's a small 10 centimos coin from Spain, and then we've got just a few more coins left here. 5 cents is going to be from Fiji, 1976, so a lot of Oceanian, kind of near Australia, but not part of Australia exactly, countries that we've discovered today. This one is a familiar design that I did not see for a long time in this hunt. It must have been hiding under some other coin. 1862, while we were in the midst of the Civil War, this pretty coin was being minted in France. 10 centimes, quite a small coin though. And then this one is 1894 Haitian, so 2.5 grams, excuse me. That indicates that silver, 83.5%, 10 cents, or centavos, whatever, however, centimes probably is what it was, especially with that ES at the end. That's a very gorgeous looking coin, and I'd be unsurprised if there was some extra value to it. 1933 1 peso here from Chile is a really neat coin that doesn't look silver, but does look, you know, again, I have never seen this coin before, so I'm really excited about that design. This one looks familiar, 1960, maybe it's Algerian or Tunisian. And then our wrap-up here is going to be Peru 1967, 25 centavos, so that's neat. And then this tiny coin, some sort of German, I think, or Russian, super cool, 5 kopecks, 1888, so it faked me out. I was going to say that that didn't look quite like the German crest, and it doesn't, because it's a Russian coin. 5 kopecks, 1888, so that's actually a pretty well-preserved, outside of the greenish damage / toning that's occurred. But we got a really cool another hunt, whether it's 2 examples of late 1800s silver, or this, I assume, big silver coin, or the French Indochinese piece, or the one that said my name on it. So really happy with how this hunt turned out, and hope you are too. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretown.yt.com, my website, my Facebook, TreasureTown, my Twitter, @treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, @treasuretownyt. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.